What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. There's a difference between beaten and broken. So one of the things I like to do is looking at clips that would be considered like inspirational. And it just dawned on me while I was looking at it. It was like Mike Tyson, Kevin Hart, Kanye West, a few people, right? That Floyd Mayweather, and Jordan Peterson, I think Jordan Peterson talking about Muhammad Ali in the Ali Frazier fight. And I think people don't get the difference between, you know, nobody likes to lose. But if you lose, you got beat. Sometimes that person was just better than you. Sometimes they just had a better night. Sometimes you got cheated, but you got beat. And that's the same thing that happens in life. Sometimes it's just not your day. It's not your moment. Sometimes it's somebody else's moment to quote unquote win or shine. Sometimes you got cheated. Sometimes the fix was in. But people who get beat, they don't have the same issues as people who got broken. And what I mean by that is some losses you take, they beat you, you get yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you move forward. But some losses you take may break you to the point where you're stuck. And you don't know you have to put yourself right back in that fire or that type of fire to unbreak yourself. Because what a lot of people don't realize with people who are broken is their struggle isn't the same. Because what if something broke you and now you can't address it? Or now you have to work yourself to create an opportunity to unbreak yourself. And what I mean by that is, you know what? If anybody watches movie Creed 2, the second Apollo Creed movie, not Apollo Creed, but Adonis Creed, Michael B. Jordan, he was a broken fighter. He was a broken person because the way he lost broke him. So until he couldn't move forward properly until he faced what broke inside of him. And, I can say win, lose, or draw, he would have been able to walk with his head held high because he wasn't broken anymore. He had made the decision, I'm going to see this thing all the way through with everything in me, And in that process, you have to fight not only an external struggle, but an internal struggle. And for some people, that's heavy. That's real heavy to fight the internal struggle because now you're fighting yourself. You're fighting your own doubts, fears, oh man, this could happen. It's not necessarily being reckless or being confident or being arrogant. It's more so as being self-sabotaging is what you're fighting. And you got people who learn how to break people. And that takes a lot. Muhammad Ali was great at learning how to break people. I would say Floyd Mayweather Jr. was great at learning how to break people. Mike Tyson at his height, he knew when you were beat. But it was like the bully type skullduggery. So Ali's and Mayweather's is more advanced and it works better because I want to take your best shot. And when I take your best shot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you know this ain't going to cut it. And when that don't cut it, I'm going to turn it up on you. And after I take your best and I turn it right back on you, it's a problem. Now, the other thing about this is America. Now I was thinking about it in the sense of, the tensions between, the races. One of the tensions is because as a black people, we're beaten, but we're not broken. We've taken America's best shot. And now America is getting tired. America is getting soft. America has been tired. It's been soft. But to live on manipulation when somebody's taking your best shot and you shot multiple shots, it becomes a bit of a scare. That's what I would say. It becomes a bit of a scare. And now you got people tripping because I don't know, like people don't know how to deal with somebody who you might have beat, but you can't break. And the flip side of what I'm talking about is sometimes when you can't beat a person and you can't break a person, you become the person that gets beat on and you become the person that gets broken because they just broke your confidence. They just beat your ego. And a lot of times, as we say, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. A lot of times when you reverse the situation, sometimes people who are quote unquote aggressors can't handle being beaten and broken because they apply pressure. They don't realize that a pressure can be applied to the person applying pressure by just wearing them down. And now you got nothing left. But it takes a strong mind to be beaten and not broken. And sometimes, you got to take a beating to break somebody. And sometimes it takes, you being beat could just break you. It's all sometimes a mentality, and sometimes it's just entitlement, spoiled. But however you slice it, there's a big difference. Like I see people who've been beaten before, and they're not broken. But I've seen people who've been broken before, and they continue to take beatings because they can't unbreak themselves. And that's why I think people talk about therapy. That's what a lot of people are suffering from. They're trying to unbreak themselves, but you're gonna have to go through the fire to do that. Can't talk your way out of that. But we done. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.